Okay, thank you. Justin, we'll start with you on this question. There have been negative comments on social media about many of the safety measures put in place, including no talking during lunch while students are unmasked, requiring children with certain symptoms to quarantine or be tested before returning to school, and 6 feet of spacing. What safety protocols do you feel are appropriate to keep students and staff safe?
Yeah, thanks very much. So obviously masking, social distancing to the best of our abilities, sort of obviously, proper hand hygiene, all that good stuff. I think we've learned a lot in the last 12 months, certainly. I think I'm on record possibly saying that maybe we could have potentially been in person the entire year if we had known what we know now. So it is what it is. I mean, the children, when they're eating, they have to be unmasked. Therefore, they should be at least 6 feet or greater from one another. It wouldn't make sense for them to be shouting or yelling or having loud voices. Everyone, I think, again, needs to understand that we're sort of all in this together. We're trying to offer in-person instruction and keep not only our students safe, but the faculty and administration safe, and finish out the school year with in-person learning and begin next school year under normal circumstances as the best we can. So while it might be or seem inconvenient or negative, in actuality, what we're really trying to do is just make sure that we can deliver in-person education to the best of our abilities. And we just ask everyone to bear with us through these sort of unique and bizarre times as we navigate COVID protocols.
Okay, thank you. Jen?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, listen, this was the hardest thing probably any of us have ever gone through. And we all had to go through it together. Tensions were high. There were so many unknowns, especially at the beginning. And people are passionate about their kids. And, there's never any excuse for, I forget how you phrase it, I don't know, angry verbiage or whatever on social media. That's not okay. At the same time, I think sometimes, kids come home and explain things to you, what's going on in the classroom, and it's not always clear what's happening. I will say for myself as an example, I was a little bit concerned about one particular issue at the schools, and the principal reached out and called me personally and talked me through it. And that was incredibly helpful. I think more communication is better. Hard to call every single parent every day about every issue. I realize that, but better communication and maybe more explanation about the whys behind the actions. Again, these principals and these teachers were running a mile a minute, juggling a million plates in the air. But I found that the more communication, the better, and I would try to implement that as much as possible.
Okay, thank you. Jennifer?
Yeah, so I agree with what Jen said. People should not be angry and saying hurtful words about the actions the school committee and the school administrators have had to take. But, we are in a pandemic. Everybody here is being affected equally. We all have to follow the same rules, right? Masking is important. As a nurse, we know this, right? We wear masks so we don't spread diseases. We wash our hands. We perform hand hygiene before every single procedure. Maintaining social distancing is important as we, see the effect of these new variants in the classroom. We may have to take further safety steps, but that's to be seen. What I would love to see still is more learning outside. Getting the kids outside, because we know that's one of the safest places to be. When you're sitting in a classroom and you all have to face the same direction and you're all wearing masks, you don't have that same sense of learning. And it's just, we can
Time up.
have fun outside. Okay. I could go on forever.